Today is expected to be the day that Cassie actually testifies. Whew, I'm up, I'm live. Listen, today's the day that Cassie's supposed to be testifying. She was supposed to be testifying yesterday, but the security guard, there was a security guard and then there was a SMEX worker that actually testified. The SMEX worker actually, well, you guys know his testimony ran till 5. So it's expected that they might finish up with him today on cross and redirect, okay? He's already been questioned one time by the prosecution, one time by the defense, okay? After that, Cassie is expected to be. How do we know that she was expected to be here yesterday? So in the courtroom I was in, Alex Fine, her husband, was in the back, okay? He had a bodyguard. He looked not upset, but just angry, like he was ready for war. Oddly enough, there were a lot of Diddy supporters around. Somebody was sitting next to me in a Sean John tracksuit, and I said, maybe Kanye West has something when he was telling everybody that that he was making Sean John tank tops, right? Other people were shouting love, love, love. Diddy had a lot of supporters that people said that they went to school with him. They knew when he was younger. They think he's a good guy. He doesn't need to. I was actually really, really shocked and appalled, if I can tell you guys the truth. What else can I tell you guys? There was also yesterday with the SMEX worker, so many crazy things came out. One, that Diddy was in complete control. Now they are saying that there's going to be a lot of people that Diddy's going to have saying that Cassie was the one that texted the men. Cassie was the one that paid the men. Cassie was the one that did all that stuff. However, what they're trying to say is it really had nothing to actually do with Cassie. What they're trying to say is that even though it looked like Cassie was the one that was doing everything, Diddy was actually the one, okay? Diddy was actually the one that told them what to do, told her what to say, told her how to touch, told her where to sit, literally, told her what to wear, okay? If you guys don't remember the SMEX worker yesterday, now one of the most shocking things from yesterday was that Diddy actually had his children, and again, those boys are grown men. He had his adult sons, but he also had his daughter sitting there listening to the security guard when they were talking about the way that he attacked Cassie, okay? Now, after that, that's when things got a little weird. That's when they were like, yo, right? That's when things got a little weird, and they were like, yo, in the middle of the sex worker coming up, that's when it got weird, and they actually had Diddy, the girls kept getting up, leaving, and then coming back in. Again, it shows a little bit of a psychology. How the hell, and I mean that literally, how the hell is it okay for you to hear about you abusing the person you're with, right? But at the end of the day, now y'all are upset. Oh, sorry. But now y'all are upset and you're leaving. So you're fine to hear about the physical abuse. But when you hear about like the hiring the SMEX workers and what your dad was into, now all of a sudden you get up and leave. Now again, I understand that they're young girls. I would even say, why did they even have them in? But you got to think, did Diddy always have them on the yachts? You know, half of the things that happen on the yachts out in Saint-Tropez, Diddy actually had them on the yachts with them. So where was all this stuff happening? It seems like because he was father of the year and he kept his kids around him so much that they actually were privy to a lot of stuff that was actually going on. Okay, so there's that, okay? But then there's a few other things. So it's kind of like, okay, they're privy to all that stuff, but what difference does it make? There's a few other things that actually went on too, okay? When they said that SMEX worker, again, as much as people want to be like, oh my God, Cassie loved it, Cassie wanted it, every one man that was around her, whether it was the security guy, the SMEX workers or whatever, they all were horrified by what Diddy was doing to her. And they all said, yo, you need to make sure that you stay safe. They always thought that Cassie's life was in danger. This was another shocking thing that the prosecution was super, super mad about, but yet and still, they had to push back to make sure that that was a go. What else can I tell you, okay? Again, everybody's waiting for Cassie's testimony. Even though Diddy thinks he only has to go with Cassie, there is another person called May. These are aliases because they're using anonymous. There was a person called May that May is testifying. There's an employee that Diddy said kidnapped and raped May's testifying. There's another girl named Jane that's testifying. There's 2 actual victims, and there's an employee that also sounds like she was a victim too. As expected, Gina Han will not be testifying. Baby, bad decisions, bad mistake. Oh, thank you. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's you. Okay. Cool. Okay, I'll text you. You can let me know. Thank you so
All
much.
right, I don't want you to miss your spot.
Thank you.
Come tonight, that's fine. I'll text you when I'm having it.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so.
You're behind the guy in the red.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so. Anyway, I have to get in line. They're lining up. But it was very, very interesting that every single man that was actually around Cassie, for whatever reason, felt some type of way.
Right?
Excuse me. Okay. Hey, look who we got here. Looking casket ready. Look at this. Look at the detail. Look at this. Even, hold on, let's get the shoes. Listen, and look, I ran into his lawyer. Yo, Wigdor, Blackburn. You already know who to call if you need something. But look at the look, and he's doing very well. Cause look, even his lawyer is fitted. Yeah, listen. Y'all know I just rolled out of bed, but you know we did what we could. We did what we could. No,
She playing.
no,
She woke
I'm
up like
not.
this, but she ain't wake
No,
up like
y'all
this.
Way
even
better
see
in
the
person,
face.
trust and believe. way better in person.
She's a new ambassador for Chanel.
Y'all, so Little Rod is here. We don't know if he's testifying. Let's get their reaction. We don't know if he's testifying or not. But, okay, there's no reaction.
It's not.
It's a gag order, so no legal can actually speak. There's also, of course, Lisa Broom, Douglas Wigdor is here. I'll try to see if I can get them on camera, but they're not going to be able to make any official statements. But regardless, I'm in line right now. I'm fighting for my life. But regardless, the interesting thing is how many men that were around Cassie all thought that she was actually in danger. And it's very, very interesting that Diddy's people are still trying to make it seem like it's some mutual relationship. It was just on the ones and twos. That is actually impossible. Again, they kept saying that this was just a lifestyle, but then they kept
Hey, punk, that handshake.
But it's funny how they kept rewinding the film over and over and over so that we could just be reminded of the violence over and over and over. Now, maybe it wasn't intentional, but maybe it was something that 100% definitely happened. So what else can I tell you about this trial? Again, we are just locked in, waiting for Cassie's testimony. I'm going to be giving updates throughout the day, so y'all don't worry. But at the end of the day, yeah, Diddy's going down. Like I said, Brian still did amazing yesterday, right? Again, Diddy has a lot of supporters. Hold on. Why don't you think Diddy's guilty?
Because he changed his name to Love,
Okay.
and this is the same white government guilty.
I mean, points were made, but at the end of the day, listen, we are going in. Like I said, Diddy got supporters. I don't know if those are the supporters he actually needs, though, because you won't get the electric chair with these people supporting you. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
When it's not acting, motherfucking